Right, can they get those setups? Which jump into game number 2 this time. Monster Vicious finding themselves on that red side against Rebellion Zion, Rebellion Esports on blue.
Now, both junglers are going to be starting on the same side of the map, so they're going to be ending up on towards the EXP side of things. We are seeing early rotations. Very early rotations, as a matter of fact, from the supports, making sure that I wanted to see whether or not Nova is going to be man-to-man defense against AudiTZ, or is he going to hover around the mid lane a lot more?
He took the Brace Smite, so that could slightly... If you want to go toe-to-toe against the Minotaur, I would personally go for the Quantum Charge more. But the Brace Smite means that, yeah, he instantly loses that trade against the Concussive Blast.
Yeah, it's really, really tough. I would have... I mean, if Nova wanted to stick around the mid lane a little bit more, Concussive Blast would probably be the way to do it.
That means that actually he loses some of that sustain right now. That Brace Smite only triggers on heroes. So much harder to proc on a support Arlet. It would just forego Brace Smite at this point.
It is, but later in the game it's going to be a lot more useful for Nova to stay alive, because he's going to be distracting the backline as much as he can. He needs to also just make sure that D can't find an angle where he can free hit Monster Vicious without being under the threat of the final slash.
They're gonna shut cars out. Ruff and D with the trades. Of course, D's gonna get that lane priorities, get the cannon pushed out. A bit more of an aggressive approach for both gold lanes this time.
First turtle now spawning. Hopefully we're gonna see that level 4 interaction we were waiting for.
Especially on the top side, Zeno will hit 4 fakes, just missing out.
Oh, he's just out of range of that minion, but it's fine, it's fine. He can still, with his passive, with a little bit of time, he should be okay. The Spear of Destruction lands.
First blood for D. Nova is going to retreat with the Flicker, but that ping with the Astral Echo. Karth hits the back, instant Flicker into Minoan. Fury right now fakes. He's going to be the one that takes the turtle for his team. But Rebellion, they're going to win the fight. Big slam. Uni almost goes down. Nova hits the back line, but couldn't find the damage. And now everyone from Monster Vicious is just low. The Blaze from Cars almost gets rid of Uni, but Vincent will make sure that Uni doesn't get away. Nova tries to dash out with the Vengeance. Rebellion continuing to stick on to him. They want Vincent down. Nova somehow finds a double kill, but this fight is dragged out for so long that Cars gets his ultimate for the second time.
Yep, 4-2 is the kill score. Man, Rebellion Esports got so much off of that interaction in comparison to MV. And while this is happening, D making very aggressive plays in the lane itself against Ruff, who may be a level ahead, but this is perfect for D because now he doesn't have to worry about the extra backup that could gank his lane.
And even has a slight goal. Actually, he doesn't have a goal advantage. All things considered, Ruff giving away that first blood and he's still slightly ahead of D. That is good news. A silver lining for Monster Vicious.
River Crab difference. What can I say? River Crab makes all the difference in that lane. 50 seconds left until the next turtle, and Nova is going to find the information that he needs. With 3 people down here, they can assume that they might be...
Wow, so overextended. Just disrespecting Nova.
That was enough damage? I didn't think that was enough damage. Wow, it almost felt like Fakes had like dire hit or something.
Yeah, the pure rage burst hit all the combos, and yeah, Ruff is gonna be forced away again. But that's the equalizer. Now Monster Vicious has kind of brought this game, the state of the game, back to an even state.
I'm not so sure about that. Uni technically should be behind on farm ever so slightly, right? If we look at the goal leaderboard, maybe we'll get an idea. Yeah, Uni at 2.1, Vincent at 2.3, so it's only a 200 gold difference. Very slight EXP lead for Rebellion.
I think the ones who are ahead on the side of MV are Fakes and Nova in a sense, but for Rebellion Cars, he is eating good. Oh, Black Dragon form. This should allow Monster Vicious to get the turtle, no problem. And we decided to go for full retreat this time, but it seems like Rebellion, they're not going to let Monster Vicious walk away freely. Cars again finds the backline. Raising Slash, Fakes is the target. The Land Shaker connects, Flicker onwards. Cars finds the killing spree. And a heavy spin to knock Cars underneath the Tyra. Even Ruff joins in, and the shutdown goes over to the Claw. That is what Monster Vicious have been looking for.
Ruff eventually gets pushed away from AudiTZ. Honestly, worked out pretty well for the side of Monster Vicious. Unfortunately, Fakes did end up dying there, allowing Suelo to start scaling up, but even so, they at least took down cars.
And give Ruff the shutdown, right? Like big gold injection. Nova can start hovering down this bottom side, but Monster Vicious, they will see Vincent taking that purple buff away. Final slash from Nova. Ruff deciding to join this fight. Damage not really there though for the Claude.
Yeah, unfortunately, Nova is not going to be very effective in these fights unless he has Zeno or maybe even Uni. And honestly, he would much prefer Uni than Zeno because the only CC Zeno has is dependent on that Petrify.
Man, Uni is so deep in enemy lines. He's gonna try and get out. Actually, the Spear of Misery helped him escape. Vince is still sticking onto Nova. Yeah, not gonna get anything.
They're gonna take their time here, and now the blade armors are gonna get purchased as early as possible from everybody on the side of MV, just to make sure that this this Moskov doesn't get away with too much and eventually will die to the chip damage.
If you can't take him out, you make him take himself out.
That's the best way possible. That's the best answer you have. And sometimes you're not even getting directly hit from him.
Yeah, his passive. Card's gonna clear out the wave. Man, he is so far ahead. Hunter Strike, Steel Leggings. Probably going for the Dom Ice next.
He's strong.
Doesn't even get the camp.
Yep. He's so very strong right now, especially with the Steel Leggings. It's a huge stat check in comparison to Zeno, who hasn't completed it just yet. Uni, on the other hand, he himself opting to go for the Steel Leggings, but he's building towards at least an anti-cuirass, which he just completes.
Third turtle of the game. Monster Vicious looking to claim all of them. Black Dragon form used preemptively. Very early ultimate is going to run out before the turtle even gets into retreat range. Now Flicker, Minoan Fury, Fakes will be forced to run away after using that ultimate. Uni will not get the turtle as Vincent taunts him and steals it away. Rebellion Esports should be able to move out from this safely.
Okay, no trades being done here. MV, they walk in, they try to contest for it, get stolen away, they move back, they don't lose a single member. They do lose a bunch of battle spells, but at the very least, they don't lose the prime bodies that need to scale up, like Fakes.
That's the ego check, right there.
Gotta let him know whose jungle he's in.
Well, very concealed play. Nova, yeah, just trying to scout for info. At least they will allow Ruff to get this turret. Now the job is to get away from this. Odyssey, he's not going to commit, is he? No, Final slash, oh, missing. Nova will have to use his flicker because of that.
Yeah, Odyssey probably not going to be going in anytime soon. Not until he has his flicker. Or more importantly, if he has the Minoan Fury, maybe he might have considered it to try and get flicker out of Ruff, but I'm pretty sure his BMI would have come off a cooldown.
And even Cars is waiting mid-side. So Rebellion slowing things down just by a little bit, and Suelo is starting to hurt. That is without Lightning Truncheon. It's just a necklace of Durans and a talisman.
Huh, interesting. He wants to go for talisman and as well as an OD. I would have imagined he went straight into the cooldowns that he can get through the Lightning Truncheon instead. At least then his damage can actually chain together. But it's fine. Looks like Yudi is able to steal away the purple buff.
Now he needs to get away, waiting for the cooldown to come back up. Starting out with a taunt, Monster Vicious should be able to get him out to safety. Now is to kind of force Cars away from this lane, because Cars has been just sitting here and keeping... Yeah, I mean, Zeno is pushed out. I
mean, he has been using the Bravest Fighter during like 3-man Monster Vicious attacks on that tier 1. He's clearing up these waves. He's very effective at doing that, especially since his ult is on a short cooldown. But with 5 more seconds until the Lord actually spawns, MV have to make a couple of decisions, because so far they need to say either we take this very first Lord or we need to slow down D.
I think the next item for Cars should be an Oracle. But at least Uni caught up in experience, so you don't have to worry too much about the upcoming Lord fight. He's gonna go take his purple buff for now. Monster Vicious bringing everyone close to the Lord pit.
I think they're going to need everybody in this upcoming fight. They want to be able to... They want D to forcefully make his way down, and they also get a mid-tier 1, a freebie coming in for MV.
And Ruff will make it to topside in time to collect the wave. Monster Vicious, they will start tugging on the Lord. But this is going to be a slow and painful one, because Suelo, he's going to start getting info, right? All these Star Shadows, they will hurt.
Well, but that gives time for Monster Vicious to actually regroup into the mid lane as well. If they want to start a fight, now is a pretty good time to do so.
Yeah, they already see Ruff stacking out that arc deeper. He's gonna do that with the Lord also. Stun from Nova or TZ caught out. Minoan Fury forced out. He's gonna go for the Flicker Spear of Destruction. Connects D, finds the backline. And Ruff, he's out of the fight already. D has the perfect position to output damage, and he's just gonna go on forward. Continue to pump out the numbers.
Oh.
D now gets jumped on by Zeno, pushes him away with the Spear of Misery, comes right back in for Nova. Zeno getting knocked up, and D will collect a double kill.
D played that perfectly, finds the Spear of Destruction into that backline, really puts Ruff at odds with the rest of his team, splits the fight in half, and he had Vincent just creeping up through the Tribe Rush of Envy's jungle to attack the backline as well. So even if D doesn't find the play, he's got Vincent to bail him out.
Rebellion, just like that, will get the first Lord of the game. And that is the first big lead that they found.
This is where it's going to start snowballing out of control. Trinity build already complete.
Oh, Ruff. Yeah.
Trinity build completed by both gold laners at this point of time. If Envy, I don't know. So far, their battle spells, and especially with Xenos engages, have not been that great at this point of time. I think Nova is very good at kind of baiting these fights out from Audi TZ earlier to commit to him with the Minoan Fury. He was able to kind of walk away from that fight, but the backline is just so heavily exposed. So if they can re-simulate that situation, they just need to make sure that their backline is safe and coming in from a position where they can actually spot out each of the members of Rebellion Esports.
Yeah, this is where we also see the mindset of both gold laners, right? Moskov went straight for the Malefic Raw, but for Ruff, he had to go with the Wisdom of Nature, realizing that he's just not safe, despite having that BMI.
Yeah, and worst yet, Vincent, he's so tanky. He's got the Radiant Armor, he's already got Anti-Cuirass and Blade Armor.
Oh my goodness, he's gonna be controlled.
Yeah, I mean, Ruff, he's slowly whittling himself away while getting poked down by Suelo.
Yeah, does not have to purify, so has to be extra careful. Spell Destruction. That one's gonna hit onto Nova. He will decide to join his team for the siege. The Lord has been taken down at least. Monster Vicious gets to keep their inhibitors standing. This mid-tier 1 will go down.
Well, they gotta take their time with this. Mid-tier 1 should eventually fall here. But I think that Envy, they don't mind this. They've already staggered the Lord waves. It's the very first one as well. They can come back from a 5k lead as long as it doesn't bleed into 10k.
Yeah, Ruff is just not having a good time at all. Having to worry about crowd controls due to the lack of Purify, and then Suelo, who is just blasting him. I believe the third item for Suelo is actually the Ice Queen's Wand. So just full-on utility Novaria.
Yeah, kind of interesting that he's playing like a more utility base build when honestly he can really start greeting out on his items, right? His damage is so relevant against the members of Monster Vicious, especially if he lands it on Claude, right? Onto Ruff. If he puts Ruff at 50% HP, I don't think MV can win any of these situations.
Oh. And D just hit 4 items. Wisdom of Nature picked up that lore advantage, 2.5k lead just for Rebellion. Considering that there's no the inhibitors are still standing, that's a pretty substantial lead. Cars continues to be relevant. Got his oracles. I believe the next item should be the Blade Armor.
Yep. Blade Armor is so important in this game. The goal graph is not looking good for MV as Rebellion Esports continue to skyrocket here. Their stocks getting higher and higher. Time to invest right now while it's still high. Because MV, they're trying to crash this market. And the only way they're going to do that is if they steal away this Lord. When we're looking at the level of Uni and compared to Vincent, he's 1 level down. Once he catches back up to 15, maybe they've got a chance.
Yeah. Yes, the mid wave and then an orange buff to catch up to it. The Rebellion clearly will be working on the Lord first, and they're gonna have D in the side lane. Don't have to worry about much as long as the ultimate connects.
This is so important. Fakes. He's gonna get chunked, but it's okay. They don't mind this, and I think even Rebellion understand that they don't necessarily have to take this Lord quick. They can just let the side lane push it. They can let D do what he's best at, split push, and then wait to pinch.
And here comes Spell Destruction with the help of the Astral Echo. It connects onto Nova, and D is gonna instantly find Uni, who tries to get away, but the follow-up Minoan Fury Flicker will keep him in place. Good Petrify from Zeno into a final slash, and that gives Ruff the environment that he desires. Finding 2 kills already, the third one incoming. It's Cars and Oddity trying to run away. The Flicker forced out, and Monster Vicious have found the opening. It's just the bravest fighter to keep Zeno away. Both junglers down.
All right, that's exactly what we were looking for the side of MV. They were looking for the right engage, and yes, as you mentioned during that team fight, they got set up well. Ruff able to kind of do whatever he wants to. Oh,
even this face fighting Cars dead.
God, he scaled up too far. He might die if he takes another Astral Sphere here.
They can definitely block this, right? Solo is finding that angle. Blocked. That should be Lord. He's not going to take this.
But imagine if he did. Oh, imagine if he
Innocent would.
Innocent.
Innocent would straight up take that.
Kelra would totally take that.
Kelra would take that too, yeah.
I mean, it's dangerous. It's so dangerous, and the score is now equalized. 8-9 being the kill score. MV now pulling back and scaling up equally against Rebellion Esports, but you can it just goes to show that MV's composition is just that much harder to pull off, right? You need so many things to work in your favor.
Yeah, and they have been finding ways to punish Rebellion. We saw Rebellion commit everything to dive MV, but counter engages, that's crucial. Zeno with his Petrify that is now back up, and Nova's final slashes have been immaculate thus far. See what Fakes will steal. Probably would try to go for the minimal theory if he can. Second charge of the Lord. This one should allow them to take that mid inhib.
So much value.
Oh, Ruff.
What?
Force out the Winds of Nature already.
What? Interesting. I wouldn't have expected that all the inhibitors are still standing for the side of Rebellion Esports. I would have expected MV to at least use Black Dragon form to guarantee one of these inhibs. Ah, there we go.
Now they will do that. But Ruff, he doesn't feel comfortable walking up, so this Black Dragon form is for nothing.
Yeah, they don't get any inhibitors off of the second Lord of this game, and now Rebellion Esports, they're okay. They don't have to be put in a pinch. They're totally fine with this. Magic Sentry on top side as well. Like, Suelo is thinking, hey, I get to scale up even more this game. I get to play even more, and he has Dire Hit on his boots.
Yeah. And both gold laners sold their boots, right? Windtalker for Ruff, and I believe it's the Rose Gold Meteor for D. So we've hit that stage of the game thus far, but Monster Vicious, they are looking at what, 7.3k Lord advantage. But it doesn't really matter too much at this point of time. Realistically, they only got a 1.2k gold.
Yeah, and I think at this point, they've already maxed out on items. Only the supports need the extra bit of gold to finish off the complete build, but most of the time, they just use it for recycling out important util. Things like Immortality, Winter Truncheon if necessary, swapping them out whenever they have the opportunity to stay alive in these fights.
See, probably playing for the next Lord. It's going to be up in half a minute. But Rebellion, at least they have a Novara to keep getting the info for the team. But now that they've experienced Monster Vicious, how they can make those counter engages happen, I think they have to be a bit more careful, especially where D stands, because he's been taking an aggressive stance in recent team fights and didn't go well. The last one didn't go well.
Yeah, I think a couple of things, not only just D, but AudiTZ has to be careful when using them in No Inferior. When it's down, that's when MV have the opportunity to walk back in to reclaim the space that they lost. I think Vincent has to be the one pulling members of MV away, consistently taking that damage, and if he has the opportunity to get on top of Fakes, maybe they can consider going for something.
So top wave is gonna slowly stack up, but Monster Vicious will be dealing with that easily. It's more like the bottom side, where D has been hard shoving. That's where you see Ruff manage that wave. So last time this happened, Rebellion Esports tried to force the fight. That didn't go well. This time they're gonna play slower.
Swalo, he's gonna open up this map, and I'm looking at who has done their homework better. Because MV, they're going to eventually clean up the top and bottom waves. Right now it's in favor of Rebellion Esports, but Rebellion, it's not about the waves for them. It's more so to get Monster Vicious in a position where they can fulfill a wipeout and then start looking for inhibitors.
I'm seeing Nova sticking with Ruff, but deciding to regroup at the Lord Pit. Perhaps this is where they want to make that fight happen. Even D is walking out to join. So mid priority becomes ever so crucial. Nova misses the final slash.
Okay, no final slash. Rebellion, they can start taking control over this river. Oh, Vincent, oh my god.
Yeah, gotta be very careful. Pressure is on the junglers. Now Black Dragon form used by Zeno. Cars instantly hits the backline and Ruff gets forced out already. Even pinged by the Astro Echo. This is a good fight for Rebellion Esports, and D again finds the environment to set himself up for success alone for Rebellion Esports, and Ruff, he's going to be pushed all the way back, does not get to participate at all.
Okay. All right. I mean, Deep dealing so much damage throughout that fight. 17,000 throughout that fight, out damaging the entirety. Oh, what a shot from Suelo!
That just could be the lethal shot. Rebellion, the whole team left alive. They find the taunt onto Uni. This Panda is going down, extinct from the series. Rebellion, with one Lord fight, finds themselves a 2-0, and they take down Monster Vicious.
GG, well played. Carlos played that so well, chunking out and forcing the BMI and win